So we've already done the one-man CQB with David, and I've gone through it and kind of coached it. So I want to introduce somebody new to us, and I'm going to have him run through this. So this is Sergeant Hughes. Go ahead and tell us a little bit about yourself.
My name's Sergeant Michael Hughes. I'm currently active duty Army. I'm here on my career skills program as I transition out.
So Sergeant Hughes is going to be actually teaching us some of the latest tactics, techniques, and procedures. At the same time, during his CSP, we're going to teach him that bridging process of learning how to be a civilian, learning how to run a company. So it's a great symbiotic relationship that we're going to learn from each other during this. So what we're going to do on this is we're going to have him run through a one-man CQB with a rifle. You've seen me and David do it with pistols. I'm going to have him do it with a rifle on a corner-fed style room. And then we'll mix it up a little bit and we'll do a center-fed and a couple other drills. So keep in mind, number one, with solo CQB, last resort, absolute last resort. And then the last resort would be to do it with a rifle. It's just much more cumbersome than it would be to do it with a pistol.
Upon approaching the doorway of what seems to be a corner-fed room, I have my weapon at a modified low ready so that I can assess the far corner that's in front of me. From there, I will start my pying procedure after deeming that there's no threat there. Once I hit here, I see that there is a target, but it's a non-shoot target or a civilian. After assessing that the target's a non-shoot, I will then begin my entry into the room where I'll break my rifle. I'll break this corner, and here I see that there's a threat. From here, I'm not honed in strictly on my optic. I'm looking over the top. I'll engage the target and move closer. Once the target's neutralized, I will then start to sweep the room, checking that far corner that I couldn't completely clear and establishing my foothold in the room. So now I'm about to do a full speed run of what it looks like to do a one-man room clear of a corner-fed room. Upon entry of the room, you will notice that I advanced towards the enemy. The reason I did so versus taking a limited entry approach and establishing my foothold in the room here, just inside of the doorway, is because I am single on a one-man CQB, so that way I can ensure that the enemy is down and kick away any weapons. So now I'm going to go over some of the weapon manipulation choices that I choose personally to do. On point of entry of the room, you notice that I bring the rifle, so I'll bring the rifle from the modified low ready up across my shoulder and then punch out into the room. There is other methods that you can use, such as the high ready here, where when you come into the room, you're here, or just a simple low ready, such as this, where you just drop your muzzle, come into the room, and bring it up. The reason I go with my method is because when I'm here, I can still flip the safety and engage if I need to. When you're here, you can't really engage as much, maybe if you drop the muzzle, but it's split seconds that matter in situations like this. And same with low ready here, I would have to bring my muzzle up. So one of the many advantages here at OVR is the ability to change the environment in which you train. As you can see from the previous video, we were doing a corner-fed room clearing, and in a matter of minutes, we were able to change these walls over to a center-fed room. So as many of you may have noticed, I'm not utilizing a sling on this rifle. The reason of that is because from my background being in conventional infantry, we do not carry sidearms for the most part. So entering and clearing rooms, we are always taught not to use slings. So that way a threat cannot control us by utilizing our sling to pull our weapon and push us around. So now I'll be doing a center-fed room clearing. It is pretty similar to a corner-fed. I can already see majority of that corner in front of me, so I can deem if it's a threat or not. So then I'll start my pying. Once I hit here, I see a threat, so then I'm going to engage the threat, move into the room, clear the rest of the room. So as you notice, I didn't complete my full pying of the room. The reason for that being is that I saw the threat in the corner of this room. You don't want to stay in the fatal funnel, and that threat could already see me, so I wanted to eliminate that threat as fast as possible Yes, it sacrifices some of the security aspects of clearing multiple corners, but you're eliminating the first threat so that way you can get into the room and clear the rest.